I ended up making a little storage bag out of an old poncho. Just set it up on the sewing machine. Look at those threads. Nice non-professional stitching there. Nice.
Hello guys, Gabriel Roberts with Roberts Bushcraft here in the front yard actually today, showing you some of our gear, actually all of our military surplus gear. That includes tents, hats, sleeping bags, you name it, we got it. It's out here today. This right here is one of our Dad and I's favorite tents, the Diamond brand 2-man combat tent. You actually can fit 3 people in here, very tightly though. We love this tent. We're taking it out on plenty of overnighters. Great tent. This is actually one of the only, actually the only tent where the Rainfly seam tape has not peeled off. So, Diamond brand, you're doing something right. Keep it up. We love this thing. It's the perfect size for both of us if we want to go a little bit lighter and split the weight. Just a great tent. One of our favorites. Right here on this tree, and again, like I told you, we're going to be moving from gear to tents. I have a couple of my backpacks. We'll start on the side here. This is actually one of my Alice packs. This is woodland camo. And this one, I have some straps for this, but I haven't put it on quite yet because I don't have a frame for it. And if I can find a pretty cheap frame, I might go ahead and throw one on, but for right now I might go ahead and put the straps on just so I have a functional pack. For the time being, that is the Woodland Alice pack. Carried this one for a little while, and then I found this one right beside it. Put the helmet up, boy. This one I've done a video on actually. I did some upgrades to it, added some buckles right there. I added a really nice waist belt.
That came from the Molly 2 backpack, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Yes, Molly
2 rucksack or something.
Yep, Molly. Actually, I think is it Molly 1 or the Molly 2? Kind of hard to see on there. It's a little worn out. This thing makes it a whole lot more comfortable. Got a good solid buckle system on it. Yeah, although that is a little scratched up, still works out great. And I keep this emergency blanket right here behind me. Well, it's actually well, it is an emergency blanket, but it's not like the NASA blankets you might see. It's a, or a space blanket is what I'm trying to say. This isn't a space blanket. This would be considered an emergency blanket. Nice, heavy duty, orange, and Mylar on the other side. Holds heat in really well, works great as a good signal. Out in the woods, got that right there. Of course, this has a frame on it. Got a little handle going. We're not going to talk too much more about this. It's just an Alice pack, guys. Done a couple of upgrades. A lot of awesomeness here. One thing I do have though on the side is this old mag pouch that I've cut out the bottom and the sides up here. And I'm eventually going to sew this. But this holds my axe, my multi-purpose axe by Husqvarna. So that holds it right there. I have a military poncho right here. Woodland camo. So that's it for that pack. Of course, we do have one of the older generations helmets. Normally you see the newer ones now with, I'm not sure what company makes them, but you see they have normally the camo on the side, or the coyote brown, or they have night vision spots. There's a basic old helmet here. Great stuff. Right under here, we have the Philby main. Actually, the whole Philby system on this side. We have the Philby main right here that I just have right here. Awesome pack. Really nothing inside. Just a huge pack though. Actually, look, one thing that I actually have inside of there right now is orange safety vest. And this thing shows up awesome. Dad and I were across the river one day, and we were kind of talking back and forth on the radio just to see about how if we could see our spot that we normally go to from the other side of the river. And I had that orange safety vest hung up on a tree. Actually, that was the day I swam across the river with the 3-day.
That's right.
And that's where we were hiking down on separate sides. But I set that up in the tree so he could know where I was at. And he said he could see that through the trees as he was hiking. So great stuff there. 3-day assault. Mechanics gloves on the side. BK16. Bearfang UV5R. Admin pouch. And on the inside, I actually have the Camelbak, which would be normally resting in this hydration bladder here. But
Hydration carrier.
Carrier, yes. This is the hydration bladder. This is the carrier. Would normally be in this carrier, but we just got done with the hike in this one. So that's what was in there.
So that covers it for those backpacks.
Yep, that's not quite all of my backpacks, but that's all my military surplus bags. You want to get started on the...
Let's go ahead and see what you got over here.
I'm going to grab the pointer stick so you can see.
Because there's lots of goodies over here.
Alright guys, well I guess we'll start at the beginning here.
Begin at the beginning.
This is a e-tool in one of the older hard plastic cases, I guess. Got a bandana. Not necessarily military surplus, but it is that Marpat Digi Desert Camo. Some silk weight clothes here. 2 schmogs here. OD green and a black and a khaki and a black. Got a couple of pairs of boots here. These are Bates Usmc combat boots. These are some of my newer ones. These are some that I've used a while. And these are some old 1940s?
No, they're 80s. Maybe early 90s.
I don't know what they were, but I said 1940s. 1980s officer boots, and you polish them up. They're not actually made for these inserts, but I put them in anyway. And they keep me nice and warm during winter months. So I wear these boots during the winter. You see they're still a little dirty from the last time we took them out. Got a couple of ponchos right here. Actually, we'll show you these first. Multicam boonie, Desert Storm boonie, and just an OD green. My 3 boonie hats. These things are a waste of money. Do not buy these. They were experimental Gore-Tex gloves, and the inserts, when you pull them in, came right out, and I actually ended up cutting my inserts off. And now what I normally do is when I have my wool gloves on, I'll put my wool glove on my hand and then put my wool glove inside of this to kind of just protect the wool from getting all dirty with pine straw and things. So that's about the only thing these things are good for. Other than that, they will not keep you dry though.
They will not keep you dry.
2 mess kits. This one was actually made in 1945, so that's kind of cool. Another mess kit here. 2 Canteen Systems. This is kind of a representation of more canteens. Probably have 4 or 5 of these things laying around, but I just took a couple of them out here. A few Max bags. These are seal line.
Oh, pick that up and show what that is.
Yep. These things are awesome. I keep my sleep clothes in these. Poncho liner. Really anything, guys, you can put in this thing. Keeps your stuff nice and dry. And I actually had these in my 3-day, the day that I swam across the river. So I'm 100% confident in those. They will keep you dry. Next up, we have a couple of Alice pack straps. And again, like I mentioned earlier when I showed you the Alice bag, I do have a couple of these straps. So I should go ahead and put those on there. I'll most likely will do that right after this video. Right here, so I'll hop back on the ground for this one. This is a old military Vietnam bug net. This thing is one of the better head nets I've been able to find, because you can put this on right over a boonie hat, you can put it on over a helmet, or you can just wear it bareheaded. So, or without a helmet on. It's got this elastic down here at the bottom. It also has some loops made into it. Inside it's got this elastic piece, which is a little stretch material, and that would fit around the boonie hat or the helmet. I believe you can also, well actually no, that's just made to fit around the helmets and stuff. So on it goes just like this. And you can see there. Now I keep bees. But
pretty self-explanatory about what this is.
Oh yeah, and it works great. I know, like I just said, you kind of look like a beekeeper when you wear it, but it keeps the mosquitoes off your face, so big plus. I take it and just grab it, kind of like you do the Katoma bed net in a way, and just twist until you have 2 circles, and then push together. And then just kind of forming around, and then it'll go right in the bag here. Pretty nice little fit, and then it flap over.
Excellent.
There you go. Inside of this one, of course, they all have these 2 button snaps. This is a original Ifac Kit. I use this one to keep my water filter in. My Sawyer Mini, normally this would be a little farther down in the bag like that. This thing can go through 100,000 gallons. That's more than I will ever drink in my lifetime. Here you see, got the butt pack. And normally how this would have been run would be a butt pack, canteen, magazine pouch, and then your front's clear, or you know, you move your mag pouch up a little bit for your pistol or something like that. That's how this would be normally run. This is right on my back, and it kind of has this suspender look. They call it a Y harness, and it just attaches to this belt with little clips, as you can see right here. Little clips, again, kind of like suspenders in a way, just onto this belt. And you just take this, attach it on up, and there you go. Oh, and so I can show you this little piece of Velcro. Put it on there. To stay if you wanted to.
That would go on your back,
Yep.
but you know.
Put it on your back. That was just kind of represent, so you can see how it fit around the web. There you go. Right there.
There you go, something like that.
So if you went down, somebody could use this on you. So there you go. That's how this would have been run way back in the day. But again, like I mentioned a little earlier, this is the kind of gear, like if you're doing like a capsule or something, you're putting something in the ground, like a little cache or something. You want cheap, rugged gear that you're not necessarily going to be so heartbroken over burying it.
Or if you ruin it.
That too. This is good gear to train in. You won't be afraid to crawl in the mud with this kind of stuff. So there you go. That's my Y harness, my deuce gear, and loving it. So okay. All right. Continuing on, we have a couple of these Vietnam era collapsible canteens. They're 5-quart canteens, awesome stuff. This is a 2-quart collapsible canteen. I'm actually gonna put that up sticking. This is a 2-quart collapsible canteen. Awesome stuff. Pretty neat. You, of course, like all the other canteens, you have a little spot right here for the water purification tablets. This actually has a little gas mask cover-up piece at the top there. It just pops right on. Actually, I put that there because it was supposed to clip onto there. It ended up snapping off. So I just stuck it right here in this little piece. Alright, moving on along here. I've already done all this. This is a gun cleaning kit for a 5.56. Works great. Down here we have the Camelbak compass, model 3H. Got tritium. Great stuff. Just an awesome little compass. And that resides right there in that little pouch. Keep that right there. Alright, moving on. Have a couple of Roberts patches. This is from when Dad was in the Marines. We put Velcro on the back of these things and we stick them on all kinds of packs and stuff now. A little bit of camouflage face paint. We actually bought this just because it was, how much was it, like $1? It was really cheap. It's rusted obviously on the ends, but it's just a neat little piece of history. Just a little bit of camouflage face painting too. Got a first aid kit, general purpose right here. Over here, this might look like a big bundle of stuff, and it really is. It's just a bunch of random assortment of straps and stuff that we found at this lady's shop in town. And it's a bunch of craziness really. But some of those straps, you never know, you might be able to use for something. And really it was included in a big bag deal, so we find straps like that laying around, we throw it in the bag. And I mean, why not? You know, one of those might come in handy for sewing up a pouch or something one day. This is a neat little invention. I don't know if they come like this, or I believe the person that had this made this. It's a Camelbak water bladder hose attached to a canteen cap with a little straw. So you can have the hydration kind of bladder system hooked up to a canteen. Very cool. Right here we have a layout cleaning mat for a M16, and this actually works great for the AR-15 as well, seeing as they're fairly similar. And I kind of use this, of course you can see it has been used a lot. Spray down the guns on it, and it's come in handy. That was pretty cheap as well, I believe. So that goes right there. We have, this is an old radio pouch. I'm not really sure what kind of radio went in this, but
What does it say on the back of it?
Carrier ANPRC 68 radio set. Yep. Here we have a more modern butt pack. Let me get this straightened out for you. It's got this little Rainfly kind of poncho feel flap to it, and it's got a little cord you can cinch it down with, kind of just protect the inside. And then you have a flap that goes over it, much like the old butt pack, but now made with a little better nylon. It's got of course it's a little newer, it's just a little bit different, not too much. Fast Tech buckles,
yep.
So big improvement there. Got that right there. This is a laundry bag, and quite honestly, I mean, I'm not quite sure why I have this, but hey,
Well, that's a sack. You can use it for all kinds of stuff.
So there you go. That paracord right there is a representation as well. We have about a half 5-gallon bucket probably.
Half a 5-gallon. No, we got a 5-gallon bucket full, easy.
A paracord, mil spec.
A couple thousand feet maybe.
It's a lot. And we got it for really cheap as well. Awesome stuff. Mag pouch, again, this is a representative thing. We have plenty of these things lying around. This is just one of them. Have a couple of Alice to Molly adapters right here. This is some kind of carrier.
It's a 1-quart canteen pouch, and I love these things.
And they work great. You can use them for all kinds of stuff. We normally carry cook sets in them.
Yep.
But you can use, I mean, really anything, guys. Just the sky is the limit. So there you go. Hydration pouch, I believe.
For the Philby.
Yep. Actually, this is
that's the sustainment.
Yep, sustainment pouch for the Philby.
And the easiest way to tell the difference between the two, other than the obvious tag, is on the inside of the sustainment pouch there is a dust cover.
Yep, this thing right here.
With a drawstring. So.
Yep. And the hydration does not.
And the hydration carrier is right next to it, if I'm not mistaken.
This is another sustainment.
Okay, got it.
I have a hydration, but this one carries my food. Got a lot of stuff in there. It's a good heavy sack of food.
There you go.
Got a little pouch here. I believe actually this is a Condor, so not technically
military surplus.
Military surplus, but we actually bought it in a military surplus store. So I mean, it works like that.
Yeah.
This is my kind of my well, not medical, but my hygiene kit. It's got my toothbrush and stuff in there. So that's good stuff. Got to have some toilet paper, especially in these days with coronavirus running around. So we got to roll that in there as well. This is
not sure what kind of pouch that is. It's just a neat little utility pouch.
But we use it for our cooking stoves. As you see, sometimes the Esbit will be found lying in this. Sometimes you'll find this stove we got from Walmart. And actually, these matches got shoved down the side. These are military surplus as well. So everything
that came out of an MRE, if I'm not mistaken. That's typically where they come from.
They might have. I think I actually found these just laying around at the surplus shop, and the lady just said throw it in the bag.
Yeah.
That's how it normally goes.
From an open MRE.
All right. Well, there you go. So, neat little pouch there. BK9, not military surplus, but it should be. That thing is just an awesome, awesome knife. Get one and you'll see why. A little utility radio pouch, I guess you could call it here. That's what I use it for. I use to put my Baofeng in there. Good little pouch. It's about the size of a normal grenade pouch, a little bit bigger. And it has these sticks on the back that you use to...
That's the old nylon MOLLE adapters.
Yep, and you just clip it. And I just took them off so it'd be a little easier just to lay the pouch out. But there you go. This is a big MOLLE vest. Nothing real complicated about it.
Yeah.
Just a little vest that has some MOLLE on it. And you can attach all kinds of stuff on this thing. So pretty cool. Similar to the Alice gear, just for MOLLE. Works great though. Really haven't had a whole lot of experience with this thing, but it's just kind of there. I think probably got this for $5.
Mm-hmm.
What's a neat little vest? Here we have a Fulton flashlight here. It's got the interchangeable lenses. It's just an old flashlight, and I'm not even really sure where we picked this thing up from, but I guess it's pretty neat. Got that there.
We used to call those moonbeams in the Marines way back when. Not sure if they still use that name for it or not.
And really the best thing, well, one of the best things out of all of this is the Source hydration bladder, or hydration carrier. This thing is, how many liters is it?
25 liters.
25 liters, 6.5 gallons. Guys, this thing is just awesome. I'm gonna put this thing on my back. Go watch the video on this thing. We did a video a while back. All right, and you can see this thing. It's big, and it doesn't even have water in it yet. This thing has water, it fills out, gets huge, and it weighs a lot.
And it weighs a lot. When that's full of water, that's 25 liters of water that will carry, and it'll let you know something when you're trying to walk around that on your back.
Yep. And the neat thing about this, if I had to carry as much water as I could, that's another reason I keep the 2-liter collapsible. I could throw that across my shoulder, put a couple of canteens in my belt, and I could do that feasibly. This thing weighs a lot though. When you get this thing all filled up with water, go watch our video with that, and we'll put links to all the videos here in the description box below. Let me show you the back of this. Just a great pack, great carrier really. Thing is just awesome, and you can tuck the straps in. Again, go watch our video on that. Links in the description. Another big bag is this sea duffel.
Sea bag.
Yep, sea bag. And this thing is just huge. Huge bag, and I almost didn't buy it at first, but I saw it and I was like, you know what? I've always, you see the awesome action movies. They get out of the helicopters, they throw these things down. I've always wanted one, and it really helps when we go on big vacations, like out to the beach or up to the mountains or something. And instead of having a suitcase, I can just fill this thing up, and it really holds all the stuff and more than what I need. And it's got a little pouch here on the front that you can put your phone in or little accessories or something. Handle, 2 backpack straps, so you could wear it across, shoulder straps actually. So you could wear it like that. It's just a big bag. I mean, takes up almost half my body, and I'm 6'2". So
the idea with this is if we ever had to bug out, we'd put all of our food in this sea bag, because all of our gear is already packed up in backpacks.
Except for today, because we had to throw it all out.
So, yeah, right, except for today.
So that goes right there. Awesome bag. And again, just a neat little piece of gear here, and really useful if you travel a lot and you need to carry a lot. Works great. So now on to the really cool stuff. We have the 3-season, or that, well, this is a 3-season bag, but the new and improved system for the Marines. It's got the 3-season right here. We have the extreme cold weather bag. Let's get a little stuff on it there.
Pollen and whatnot.
Extreme cold weather bag. Then we have the improved bivy cover. This whole system together makes for what I would consider the best on the market for the price. These things are awesome. You got to try it out, guys. You'll love it. And again, for me, it's a little snug, but that probably holds a little more heat in. And the bivy is awesome as well. Keeps bugs off your face when you want them to. Keeps the actual hood of the bivy off your head, so it's not resting on your face while you sleep like the older ones. Now I guess we'll go right here for this middle. We have some grid fleece sleepwear. These are the pants. Just reaching over. Have some mittens, and these are the generation before the ones Dad has. They have a jacket liner on the inside, trigger finger, and you wear these wool inserts with them. Creates for a really nice warm hand while wearing this whole system. This is the tops to the grid fleece. This stuff will keep you warm as well. Poly Pro, or actually fleece pullover.
There you go.
Not Poly Pro. Here's a fleece pullover. Polar Tech. This is one of my most worn pieces of clothes here. Wear this thing a lot. just because it's a nice intermediate. It's not too cold, not too hot. Really works great. This is a level 3 cold weather jacket for, this is actually the Army version. Working on the Coyote Brown guys, so don't get too mad at us. But regardless, this thing works awesome.
It does work.
It'll keep
That's
you warm.
great.
Had an M65 Field Jacket right here, woodland camo. This was Dad's from the Marines as well. Another neat piece of kit right here. Back to the military surplus, we actually have a night jacket from Desert Storm era. Over here to put this on. It's got the night camo jacket liner on the inside with reach through pockets so you can get down to your pants and your coat.
Do the
Awesome,
reach through,
awesome thing.
Do the reach through again.
Straight through. Awesome piece of kit here, great jacket. And when we go on night operations or expeditions, we go out to the river for like a night hike or whatever. I'll wear this, and it really is, I mean, it really does keep you camouflaged. And along with that, we have the pants. Now, I don't have the jacket liner for these pants, and this set of pants is actually a little newer than the jacket. You see just a piece of Velcro and 2 pieces of cords, and there you go. There's your pants. These have reach through pockets for both your backside and your side pockets. Actually, no, your butt pockets are actually just a little pocket right there, no reach through. So just the side pockets are reach through, so you can get to your pants. There you go. Night camo works great. Now moving on down the line here, we have my pants. This is actually a full jumpsuit that I actually used while I was working during the summer, crawling under houses. And as you can see, it's a little torn up, but it works great. And I actually bought this at the military surplus store for $5, and saved a lot of shirts and a lot of pants in the long run.
Made Mom happy.
Oh yeah. So this jumpsuit works great, actually. Throw that off to the side as well. Multicam Pants made by Proper. So technically not military surplus either, but still awesome.
But there are military pants.
Sure. Just some kind of OD, but
yeah,
not really OD, some like Ranger Army green kind of stuff. Pants
that's
here.
from back in the day there. Hang on, let me get a good shot of them.
Got these for really cheap, guys. They fit me, so I mean, might see me wearing these every now and then in a video, but there you have it. Cargo pockets as well. So pretty nice pair of pants. Alrighty, you've already seen those jackets. Have a Therm-A-Rest military sleeping pad. You've seen this thing, guys. If you've ever watched one of our overnighters, we're using one of these, whether it be the green or the gray. We're using it. Thing works great, keeps you warm. Comfort level, I mean, it's just enough to keep you from not feeling a little tiny pebble up under you.
Yeah.
But I mean, guys, it is what it is.
It's only an inch thick, but it's insulated.
True.
4 point.
Comfort level, not, I mean,
Yeah.
not terribly high. Let's see if they got the.
R value. I think it's a 4.8 R value on there.
They do not have it on this, but I think you're right on that. So there you go. Great sleeping pad. I think that was another $5 deal for a couple.
I think so. Yep.
So, poncho liner. Again, this is a representative thing. We have like 5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
Or I do alone. Here's just one of them.
No such thing as having too many of those.
Whoopee, you might also hear these called. I want the one with the zipper on it so I can kind of use it more as a, you know, in my sleeping bag a little easier. But that's just the one with the old ties. Coming around here, to fit this whole sleep system, I had to use this old MMSS bag. Dad actually has the newer black seal line bag that can fit the whole system there. This is just for the 3-season and the Bibby. So I use that when I'm just carrying this. I find that these also work great inside the 3-day assault bag. So if you can find one of these for pretty cheap, either use this for the 3-season and the Bivy, or use it inside of your 3-day assault. Works great. MMSS bag, like I just mentioned, got a couple of those laying around as well. Have a, put that back through, modular sleep system carrier. Oh no, this was a,
for the hazmat.
Chemical suit.
Chemical suit,
Yep.
that's what it was.
Chemical suit carrier. I use it for a sleep system carrier on the bottom of my Alice pack. Works awesome. This is the old MMSS sleep system inside of here. It's the black bag, the old green bag, and the Bivy. Still an awesome system, but we have since upgraded to the newer system used by the Marines. Guys, I think that's it. That's all my stuff. So that's all my military surplus gear, except for the ICS 2000 down there.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
Also on that. Or do you want to walk down the line?
Well, let's
There's not a whole lot to say about each one of these tents.
I'll tell you what, let's begin at the Katoma here, and then we'll end up at my pile of gear. Yeah.
Alright guys, this is the Katoma bed net system. It's, you can either use it on the ground like we have here, or you can set it up on top of a cot. So this was made for the guys in the big GP tents in the jungles, and you know, they were finding that still bugs and stuff get in and they'll annoy you while you're trying to sleep. So you put this on top of your cot, just the bed net alone, and you'll keep the bugs from getting on you while you're sleeping on your cot. They also made a Rainfly for this, so you can set that up as well and use it as a standalone shelter system by itself. Really, definitely would not use that wintertime. Snow, probably couldn't take a good snow load, but 3 seasons definitely. I think it works great. Been through a couple of campouts in it. It's done good, so definitely recommend this.
And it's Coyote Brown.
Yes, it is.
Get a good all-around view of this thing.
This is the teacup. And the big difference between this and the ICS 2000 is that this has double mesh doors, so mesh on either side of the tent body. It also has a Rainfly that completely covers the tent body. You'll see on the ICS 2000 it only really covers the back side. So that means that this has 2 vestibule areas that you can use. Great tent, guys. They say 3 seasons, but we've had this thing out in the snow as well. And great, a lot of fun has been had with this tent as we've been out in the woods. And this is the main tent that Dad uses. I personally do not own a teacup, but I gotta say the ICS 2000 works great, but I can see definitely how the teacup is a little bit better. So if I had to recommend one or the other, I would definitely say teacup if you can find it around the same price as the ICS. But if you're looking at $100 difference, ICS all day. But this is still a great system. Either way, I mean, it's awesome. So go ahead, get both, guys. Go ahead. Teacup, gotta love it there. On to the ECWT. This is just a tent body. Didn't set up the Rainfly in this space. But just alone, this thing can hold 4 people, full combat gear. And she's getting old, but she's still standing strong. And there you have it. Biggest tent that we own. Awesome, awesome tent there.
She's seen her better days, and you can see maybe over in the corner there, holes beginning to develop in the floor. Let's see if I can get in there easy enough. There you go. See, there's holes beginning to develop like that in a lot of places.
Gotta love this ECWT. We've had my dad, myself, and my two brothers camping out in this a couple of times out at the farm. A lot of fun in this tent, guys. Just, it's awesome. North Face, gotta love us made by them as well. Now on to one of Dad's new sleeping systems, Fire Force USA tarp, along with the improved Bibby. And this thing has worked great so far. He has, let's see, we did a video just a little while ago where he slept in this same system. You really gotta love this Fire Force USA tarp. Now, this isn't actual military surplus, but again, really the military surplus is more for the gear. This is this is awesome sleeping system.
It's Coyote Brown and I like it, so it's going in my gear.
Yep.
However,
again, the Bibby that Dad and I both use, and it's holding up strong, guys. This thing is going, and I'm gonna get me one eventually. But there you have it.
and here's the improved Bibby cover, and you can see there is a mesh door with wire. Keeps it off of your face. A major improvement over the previous Bibby system.
Coming on over to my shelter, or my tent here, the ICS 2000 have the ground cloth tent body and the Rainfly here. Now inside, actually we'll bring you down here so you can see. Underneath this, you can see the how we have an open side here. Now on the teacup, you saw it was completely closed off, and you had two vestibule areas. Here, it's open on this side, but you actually do the fabric that's behind this mesh is actually a waterproof material, so it's still keeping you a nice waterproof spot. Even if rain were to hit that door, you'd be fine. But overall, I love this tent. I have plenty of good camp outs in this thing, and it's still going strong.
And we're going to show you real quick how to unclip the tent body and have just a shelter by itself.
All right, so you have these clips on the inside. These clips that you hook onto your tent pole to begin with. Just want to take those off.
See if we can see those.
All the way down.
There they are.
Up here, this gets a little tricky. Just want to kind of pinch the tent, bring it up. Alright, all the way down. We're going to come all the way around and we're going to unclip those.
Come up.
Yep. Stand still. Alrighty, and now you just have to remove the pole from the grommet that holds this tent body in. So all the way around. I'll start on your side. Alrighty folks, and to remove the tent body from the Rainfly, just gonna remove this tent pole. Actually, I'm gonna unclip that, take a little tension off, move that, clip it back down, and then you also can go ahead and return that buckle. And then this, I've gone ahead and you did that all the way around, and then you can just pull this right out. And there you have it. And there's Velcro on the insides, and we'll show you that. Make sure that you Velcro all these poles down, because if you don't, they might slide a little bit, and then could cause your shelter to fall down. So make sure you have that Velcro on. There you go, that's the tent body. Go ahead and hop in. And here you have it. Nice little minimalistic shelter. It'll keep the sun off you. So there you go.
Pretty good little system here.
Pretty neat getting inside of this with the hoop set up as well. It just seems something that I don't know. It just seems something like a train hopper would have in a way.
Train hopper.
Yeah, like, you know,
a hobo.
Yeah, basically. It just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to it. It's
Uh-huh.
really not. Kind of why I like it a little bit. So there you go.
Okay.
On to the gear.
On to the gear.
So
All right, folks. These are my Belleville boots. These are steel toes. These are the extreme cold weather boots. I absolutely love these things. These probably are at the end of their life. There's some cracks beginning to develop. You can see where the rubber is beginning to separate a little bit. They're not leaking any, and they seem to retain heat, so I'm going to wear them until I wear the soles off of them. And again, like Gabriel mentioned earlier, this is not military issue, the BK9, but it ought to be. Also have my BK16. Not military issue, but again, it's K-Bar 1 Pacific. Some of the highlights of the gear that we have are centered around these packs. These the Philby system of packs, I think, are just fantastic. Philby is an acronym for Family of Improved Load Bearing Equipment. You have the main pack, which you could, I mean, really, you can put whatever you want putting that thing in there. I mean, you can put your family in this almost. It is stacked with the Molly Pals webbing. On the back, I have two hydration pouches that I always usually end up just stuffing more gear in. Sleep compartment down in the bottom there. Little admin pouch at the top. These things are just great. They're heavy. That by itself is 10 pounds almost, so you have to be careful of that. And here I have my 3-day backpack. And on it I have the admin pouch. I got the admin pouch. Also have an additional hydration pouch here. A lot of times I keep the gimbal that we're using to film this with inside of here, along with my hand line, which I'll show in just a moment. These 1-quart Molly canteens, Canteen Covers, pouches. I love these things. I can put my Stanley coffee kit in it. I mean, they're so useful for what they are. Inside I have the hydration bladder. Down here I have the hydration carrier. These things are wonderful pieces of gear. We'll wear these at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Any little small trips that we go on, day hikes, whatever. Fantastic pieces of kit. Again, we're not sure exactly what these pouches are called, but they're very handy. and see it's Molly there, but what I keep in this, very similar to what Gabriel keeps in his. Small cook kits. That's alcohol. These are the white tabs, fuel tabs, and then here's a the stove actually. Over here is my fire kit. Now this is a I forgot what this pouch is called. This had something to do with the night vision, if I'm not mistaken.
It should be inside the lid, I think.
And you know what, it may be.
It had 2 pieces of Velcro on the side, but we ended up cutting those off and using them as little strips.
Here we go. This is a NVG, so I'm assuming that's night vision goggles. And it had some double strobe. There were 2 pieces of large Velcro that would connect here, and you have these 2 pieces of elastic band. But inside here, I keep my fire kit. Little bow drill kit, fat wood, tinder, fat wood, punk wood, all kinds of stuff in here. And again, we have more of the 1 quart US Canteen covers. I have a
Just
Philby.
Awesome stuff.
They are awesome. Have the Philby sustainment pouch here. And this is the outer cold weather bag that goes along with the Usmc Preseason Bag that Gabriel had over there. I have one as well. Above here is the older military modular sleep system. That's the green outer patrol bag, and inside we have the black bag that goes over this. Down here I have extreme cold weather mittens, and honestly I have not had a use for these around here here in North Carolina. It didn't get cold enough this year, but these things are fantastic, especially with the wool inserts that I have. It's got the jacket liner material made into it, and they're just wonderful.
And you notice this does not have the trigger finger?
Does not have trigger
Which
finger.
is actually something I like personally. The trigger finger makes it a little more tighter on your fingers, and really it doesn't provide it's like it I don't know, it just kind of makes it more overall tighter fit. And if you feel these, it has the open thumb, and it makes it a little more comfortable to wear. Holds in a little more heat that way, I think, as well.
Here's my USMC fleece beanie. Good stuff here. And again, here are the Gore-Tex
Failed experiment
gloves that were supposed to go with the Gore-Tex rain suit. These do not keep your hands dry at all. A light mist, maybe. Any kind of rain, you can forget it. It soaks through. But I keep them anyway because some days we're out and it's not raining. They function as gloves. They are warm. But you have to be careful about how you pull your hand out, because you can pull the insert out and they're hard to get back in. I think they were supposed to be glued or sewn in the tips, but when your hands get in there, it just kind of sticks to you, and when you go to pull your glove off, you'll pull that insert out with it, and they are a pain to get back in. Now over here we have a couple of woobies. If you don't have any, do yourself a favor and get you some. This is the Gore-Tex cover for the older military modular sleep system. And here, US Canteen with the MOLLE covers. And inside of each one, we have canteen cup with the stove and the lid. And again, that's just your standard 1-quart military canteen. These little pieces of kit are really neat. They are I think these were some type of ammo pouch, but I like to keep a cook kit in them. Fits in there perfect. Here I have my Alice pack. We did some modifications on that, and we've got a video on that as well. We added the buckles to the bottom, very similar to what Gabriel did. Added the extra padded belt, and again, we think these came off of the MOLLE 2 large Alice packs, or large packs actually. So we just added that on there. I didn't remove the old belt, I just attached this around it. Gives me a little extra cushion. Getting old, back hurts more, hurts quicker, so just added paracord around the frame. Got the safety blanket here. Back here we have the Therm-A-Rest sleeping mat. And over here around the front, I'm probably going to take the camera and have Gabriel put this on, because you really can't see what it is without someone wearing it. This is the tactical load-bearing vest. As I was coming into the Marine Corps, so were these things. This was the early 90s. And this is a pretty neat little system. Alright, so this is the tactical load-bearing vest. This is an early 90s model. I don't know if they're still in use or not, but across the front row you'll see that we have 4 magazine pouches. And I have magazines in there now, just to kind of show what they are and how much you can put in there.
Yep.
Down below, yep, 4 across the top. Down below you have 2 grenade pouches, one here and one here, and your standard web belt. Lots of
button them up.
Button them up.
Buttons right there.
I think it's time for a bigger belt. All right, now there's lots of adjustment points up here. You have them on the shoulder, you have them here, and you have one here, and you have 2 in the back. And
you have a sternum strap. It's kind of like a center kind of
belly strap,
diaphragm.
if you will. Yeah, diaphragm is a good way. Yeah.
And then you have the web belt. So a lot of retention across the front.
You can tighten up from the center or from the sides here.
Yep.
Just by pulling on this paracord.
You can also choke your buddy out.
You can. That's right. Yeah, you can, because that can you can really cinch that thing down. And on the back, and we have one on the other side, exactly the same way. And we've had to loosen that up so Gabriel can get into this thing.
Big boy and I like to eat.
Big boy and he likes to eat. Now, on the back of this, I have the upgraded butt pack. And on the bottom of it, I have attached my poncho. Inside, I have another whoopee blanket, MRE, some basic things that, you know, if you had to grab and go, this would be what I grab and go. Basic survival kit inside here. And it's pretty neat. Fast-Tex buckles. dust cover, Rainfly. And up here is again, the Molly 2, if I'm not mistaken, hydration carrier. And basically what I've done is I've just attached it here at the top. Some more adjustment points are found here at these buckles. So this is a pretty neat little rig if you're wanting to feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando or something. You really want to gear up and look cool and get a lot of attention from passersby. This is what you would put on, because this will get a lot of attention. And I wanted to show this without the hydration carrier on the back side of it. So this is what you're looking at. Pretty decent padding up at the top on the shoulder. Adjustable straps. Connection points for the butt pack and other accessories. But this just gives you an idea of what this looks like without that hydration carrier.
And guys, I gotta say, even just wearing this thing right now, it's very comfortable. Like Dad mentioned, the thick padded straps keeps it nice and snug to your body with all these just retainment right here with these two, like a sternum buckle, and then I guess around your diaphragm area, and then the web belt keeps it very secure. And you can tailor this thing to how tight you want it right up here. Like Dad mentioned, points on the back, on the side. You can really tailor this thing to you, and anybody can pick this thing up with a little bit of adjustment and fit it to them. Awesome.
All right, guys, to just kind of move this along a little bit. These are my, I think I got the whoopies already. Let's see. Load bearing vest, we got that. Here is our my Polo-Tec fleece. These are the overall bottoms. Not overalls, overalls. Overall bottoms. Here's the USMC Brown Bear extreme cold weather system. I've got a fighting vest, a lot like the exact same as Gabriel does here. And this is the gun cleaning kit that I have. It covers pretty much everything I've got. 5.56, 7.62, 9mm, 40, 45 caliber, which every man should own, and 12 gauge, which every man should own. Here I have the Camelbak compass. These are great pieces of kit. Gore-Tex top. I have the bottoms in the truck. USMC Brown Bear. This is the compression sack for the new USMC sleep system. It's a seal line bag. Inside this bag, you would put the improved bivy cover, your whoopee, the outer black bag, and the Preseason bag. Compress this all down, makes it waterproof, and it goes in the bottom sleep compartment of your Philby. If you're just using the Preseason bag, whoopee, and IBC, which is again the improved bivy cover, this is the seal line compression sack that comes with that. One of the cooler pieces of gear that we have that we don't use as often as we want is the green line rope. This is wonderful, wonderful rope. Not the best in the world for rappelling and or climbing, but it'll get both done. Down here I have the large seal line bag for the Philby, and this is actually for the Ilby, the improved load bearing equipment main bag, but this works well in the Philby. And again, it's big enough to put a small family in there. Over here I have my Fleece Jacket, Beanie, Desert Night parka, another Canteen cover, magazine pouch, another one of these night vision goggle carriers. Great pieces. These are just neat little bags. Ammo pouches, another ammo pouch, K-bar USMC knife adapter for Molly, Again, every man should own a K-bar. This is the pouch that I use for my hand line. But it's actually a bipod case. Pretty neat gear. Fits my hand line perfectly. More 1-quart Canteen Molly containers, covers. Another ammo pouch. And one of my favorites is this M16 pouch, mag pouch. Fits my shield perfectly. It's a 45 shield. Every man should own a 45. Goes in there perfect. Use this a lot for when we're out in the bush. We're just trying to protect my gun. This is not a quick draw type of pouch. But this is to keep it covered and keep it from being, ruined by the brush. This is a magazine pouch, Alice style, and that's where I keep the spare mag in. And I think that's going to do it for my collection. On top of, I've got all of my gear set up on another poncho. This is the woodland camo version, and on the bottom of the butt pack I have my olive drab. And I think that's it.
Alright folks, that's our military surplus gear. Well, most of it is military surplus anyways. Tents, gear, you gotta love it. So if you stuck with us throughout this video, you've seen some pretty awesome stuff. Probably a little jealous, so it's okay. Just make sure to like and comment, share this video, show off some of our cool stuff, get the word out, on some of these items you might not know about. Showing you some different things, giving you some options, guys. This is what we have, this is what we use, and we'd love to see your stuff as well. So make a video. You can do it, guys. If we can do it, anybody can do it. So get out there, make a video of your stuff. Post a link in the comments. We can check that out as well. So guys, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And as always, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. And God bless.